difference between men and women. When a man meets a girl that he likes, he's pretty simple. He can see it through her eyes when he truly cares for her. I'm not talking about this buster ass shit these youngsters be doing, or even these old Bill Cosby sweater wearing ass dudes be doing. Talking about with the animal print on the front, shaking that change, trying to guess a girl sign in the club and take her home. Them type of dudes too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my question, really in particular, to all of you guys is why is it when a man meets a woman, his list of criteria is little to none? But when a woman meets a man, her expectations of that man is a resume. He has to be a certain height, certain complexion, certain lingo or style, certain attitude, certain job, certain wear, certain car to drive, certain credentials. Um, on top of, he has to be a family man. He has to be this. He has to be that. He has to be this. He has to be that. And if he's not this package, I'm not fooling with him. Yet the dude that you sleeping with don't have any of that. Hold on. My dog Bishop is barking for me to let him in the crib. Hold on, Bishop. Go on ahead, boy. Big monster pit. But the thing that really throws me off, especially in this particular category of certain thing, is a dude to settle. You know what I'm saying? She may not be super fine. She may not be super thick. She may not be XYZ. She can cook a hell of a meal. She's a beautiful person. And a chick could be like, oh, I don't see what you see in her. That's because she ain't got a long ass list of shit you gotta do in order to be with you. I mean, damn. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all women are like this. But a lot of women I come in contact with, and it's funny, again, they gravitate towards me when it comes to relationship issues. Maybe because I've been in a relationships and marriage for so long. But their criteria when they're looking for a man, their criteria is like, shit, I'll be thinking like, damn, I'm glad I'm not single because I don't fit half the shit on your page. You gotta make X amount a year. You gotta have this kind of 401k. You gotta have that kind of 401k. We have to be a power couple, you know. You gotta be able to take care of me. Damn. Okay, so what are you bringing to the table? Do you have a 401k? Do you have future investment? Oh, and he can't have no kids. Do you have no kids? Do you have a job paying X amount? Do you have these credentials? Are you driving that kind of car? Are you living that life? Now, again, I can't speak from a male's perspective as far as detailed expectations in a sense of every individual male, but for the most part, if she is understanding, and I'm not talking these, again, bogus ass little boys that y'all be happen to come in contact with. It amazes me some of the stories I hear, some of the BS y'all be putting up with in the initial meeting of a dude. And then when it's all said and done, you have a point of finger at what you obviously knew before you even got with this dude. But your dude on the side ain't got none of that criteria, but your ideal man that you are looking for, hopefully one day, has to have all this criteria. Now, I'm not saying, get a dude that don't have a job, don't have a car, don't have this, don't have that, don't have this, don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't make your resume so tight that the perfect man walks away because you wanted him to have a certain physique or a certain height or a certain facial expression when he smiles. These things are superficial. They have nothing to do with the overall joy of your heart. And now you're trying to associate these characteristics in the form of love. When it's not love, this is what you lust for. This is what your passion is for. But once you fall in love with a person, it changes the whole dynamic of what that person means to you and what they're all about. I'm letting my black go out. But you know, it changes the whole, process when you love somebody. Let's say you get with a person that's rich. Nice car, nice job, 401k, perfect height, perfect weight, stays in the gym, exercises, XYZ. After you get with that dude, he gets sick, gets lazy, he stops going to the gym, he gains weight, he starts smoking cigarettes, he loses his job, He has to get a job paying $20,000 to $30,000 less every 6 months. He's back to his basics. You're gonna leave him because he no longer fits those characteristics. Then there was no love in the beginning. You were actually having a contract, a freaking contract with a person to take care of your individual wants and some of your needs. That's bogus. So I ask you, do you, ladies, have a resume for the man you meet? Or are you looking for love? Because love hits you when you least expect it. And love usually comes in a package that you never thought it would come in. And when you start realizing that love is its own thing and it's not attached to whatever other things you guys are trying to attach to. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. I usually do that Grey Goose or that Belvy, but I'm starting to realize slowly that's a waste of money. But truly think about, ladies, what kind of resume you got when you look for a man. Could that be the reason why you're struggling to find the perfect mate? Are you sacrificing certain things that you want on your resume and not paying attention to the obvious telltale signs of things that you should be saying, no, this is not the right person? When I met my wife, I lived in a studio apartment, no car, had a job, taking public transportation from Oakland to San Francisco Monday through Friday to make my money. I had pretty much lost everything and I was starting over when I met her. She took a chance on me, packed all my bags, hitched a ride with a friend to Vegas, gave my apartment to my friend's mom, and took 2 weeks to close with me. Within 3 weeks, I had a job. Within that month, we had our own place. And we've been rocking ever since. But she took a chance on me. I wasn't driving no BMW, no Benz. I had a BART pass. And y'all from the Bay know what BART is. I had bus tickets. And I had a shuttle that took me free in Frisco from the BART station to the front of my job. But I had food in my refrigerator. My bills were paid. I had money in the bank. I was still a human being. And no, probably didn't fit her ideal resume when she was a kid, but she took a chance on me. And look what the results have yielded. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. I'm not. But I understand the blueprint. And I stick to the script. Maybe some of you ladies might need to throw your blueprint out the window. Start from the ground up. Because if your foundation is strong, everything built above it is strong. But you can have a fancy building, aka a fancy resume, you know, and it has this type of lighting, this type of surrounding. But the foundation of it is on sand. It's made out of post and pier, and it's a wood only, and it's tied down. It's not bolted. There's no concrete slab. There's no, no real metal posts holding together. It's not retrofit. Then an earthquake happens and a tidal wave comes and knocks all that fancy shit down. But if that foundation is strong, that concrete slab is built, and a better area other than sand is picked for that foundation to be built on, guess what? It may not look as pretty and gorgeous as that other building, but no matter what element hits it, it's able to withstand. And eventually, with time, that building will be more beautiful than that other building that was quickly built with a weak foundation. Ladies, throw them resumes in the trash. You don't throw them resumes in the trash, you're going to end up single for a long time. Then you become bitter. Then you start talking about you don't care about men. And you start talking about all men are dogs. Then you start teaching that culture to these young ladies. Then these young ladies feel they don't need a man. Then men become objects to them. Just saying, this your boy C Keys. And as I say in all my messages, if you disagree with anything, first take a look in the mirror. If what I'm saying don't apply to you, keep it moving. But if any of this applies to you, it's between you and that person in the mirror. Correct it. But I'll tell you this much. A lot of you women are missing out on a lot of good guys out there because of your criteria. And I'm not saying subtle. I'm saying it's be realistic. It's your boy C Keys, signing out. Peace.